Welcome back, my friends. Today we're going to talk about a great 100-year-old tune, I'm Sitting on Top of the World. This is an old Tin Pan Alley tune written by Ray Henderson, lyrics by Sam M. Lewis and Joe Young. And what a great tune, recorded by some of the all-time greats. Al Jolson, of course, one of my favorites, Bobby Darin. Really a great old tune, a great tune to fingerpick. Let's get right to it. Now, this is a pretty simple tune. Of course, we can play this with simple chords, C, F, C. I'm sitting on top of the world, just singing a song, just singing along, right? Just a simple open cowboy chords, C, F, D7, and G. But what I want to do here is take a look at how we can do some finger style here. And what we're going to do is take an approach by just basically outlining the melody here, okay? So the melody is going to go like this. I'm sitting on top of the world. So you can see that we're starting on a G. Okay, so that's going to take us to a C chord, and we're going to use the little pinky down here on the 3rd fret, playing that G, okay? So by playing that C, okay, and then taking it off, we've got the first couple of notes. I'm sitting on. Now, instead of going to an F here, we're going to find that we're going up to an A, the note A here. So we're going to need to play an F, but also incorporating that A. And this is going to be tough to do if you're going to play the F back here, right? Of course, I've seen some people do it, and if you can do it, God bless you. But in my case, my hand's getting worse by the minute. I'm going to go up here and find the F chord that fits right here on this A. And I can find it by playing that D7 up here on the 4th and 5th fret, okay? So I'm playing the little diamond D7 with my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger, and then I'm going to use my little finger to play the F here on the 4th string, okay? So I've got, I'm sitting on top of the world, back to the C. Now, one additional thing I'm going to do here is instead of playing an F, I'm going to sharp the F, playing a flat 9, if you will. Okay, so now I'm playing like a diminished chord, right? So now I'm playing C, and then F sharp diminished, and then I'm going to bounce it down to the C, which is the 5 of the F. So now I've got, I'm sitting on top of the world. So you can see how that kind of works. Gives you a little bit, and those are the movements we're going to use when we do the finger style, which I'll show you in a minute. Let's continue on here. Okay, now we're going to go back to that idea of blocking the melody. So we've got da 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 da. Okay, so we've got the chords there. Da 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 da. So we've got G G E D. I'm rolling along, rolling along. So now chords to back that up. So we've got I'm sitting on top of the world, just singing a song. Now there's a D, and to play that D, we could play D like that, right? But I'm going to play the D7 up here in the C position, okay? So take the C7, move it up 2 frets to the D7, and you'll see that we've got that melody note. And now we're going to come back to a G. Now that's going to need us to play the G chord. Now we could play it as an open G, or we could play it as a bar G. That's your choice because they will both include that G, okay? And then we're going to come back to the C, to the C, to the C. So let's play those chords. Okay? Back to the C. And there's your first 8, okay? So you've got C, F sharp diminished to the F with the C bass, okay, and then back to C, and now we're going to go up to the D7, to the G, and back to the C. Okay, and then we can go to a G because we're going to go and loop back through again for the next 8, playing those same chords. Okay, so then we're going to play C again, and then all the way through. So those first 2 lines, the first 2 8s, if you will, are going to be that progression. So now when we get to the third 8, we're going to keep the idea of finding the melody notes. So we're going to play da 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 da, and here's the key note, right, the A. So now we're on the F chord, so we're going to play that F7 chord like we did in the first part of the song. Okay, so I just phoned the parson, and we're going to play an F sharp there. Now the melody, I just called the parson, that'll bring us up there. If we want to play that F sharp diminished up 3 frets, it'll still be an F sharp diminished, right? Diminished 7th. Remember that when you play the diminished 7th, every 3rd fret is the same diminished 7th chord. The notes just scrambled, right? So we could play it here if we don't want to move too much, or we could play it here. Okay, so we've got I just phoned the parson, and now we're back to the C. With the G melody, we're back to a C chord. She's ready to fall, or I'm ready to fall. Now we're going to come back down because the melody note goes to a G. I'm ready to fall. So we're going to play a C. I'm ready to fall. And then we're going to go. Now here's interesting because we've got an E melody note, which isn't in the chord, but we're playing a D7. The E actually becomes the 9th of the D7, so we're actually playing a D9 here. Which is a nice thing about the D7 in this position. If we play that open E, we've got a little extension of the 7th dominant, which is the 9th, which is a nice sound. Okay, and then we're back to the G. And the melody notes will be right there. D, E, D, E, D. And then we're back to the first 8. Let's play through that third 8 again, just to be clear. So we're going to go, glory, hallelujah, I just called the parson. Again, you can do it here or here. Back to the C, he's ready to call. Again, the melody note is on the G, so we want to keep that little finger down when we play the C. He's ready to call. Now a D7, just like Humpty Dumpty, and the G7, or here, either way. He's ready to fall. Okay, and then we're back to the C chord to the end of the song. So now the only thing we need to do is talk about a fingerstyle pick. And again, you can do some simple things like this. I'm sitting on top of the world. And basically all I'm doing here is rotating the thumb and kind of just going boom chick, right? So now let's talk about adding the Travis pick into place, okay? And give it that nice old-time feel. And basically the Travis pick I'm going to use here is what I like to call up and down the mountain. Okay, so we're going up and then down. Okay, so it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And if we loosen that up a little bit, make the eighths a little lazy. Okay, and then you get to modify as you go. But basically that pick is going to be 1 and with the 1 and with the first finger, 1 and then thumb and 2 together, and then the 1 on the and now we're going to the 3, and then another 3 on the 3 and then the 2, and then the 1. Okay, so you see how we're going 1, 2, 3, and then 3, 2, 1, and we've got the tab there. once you get the feel of this, you can see how on that third beat we're accenting a little bit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, and that's the basic root of the Travis pick that I'm going to use in this tune. So now once you get this down, you can try this on all those chords that we've learned. So we've got C, that F sharp, right? And now back to the C. Now we're going to the D7, to the G. Okay? And then as you get more comfortable, you start doing certain things just based on the melody notes that you want to emphasize. And you've got your own little flavor of a tune there. But again, to get started, that Travis pick is a nice one to play on this tune, and that'll give you something to work on and something to practice. Once you get this down, you should have something that sounds kind of like this. I'm sitting on top of the world, just rolling along, just rolling along. And I'm quitting the blues of the world, just singing a song, just singing along. Oh, hallelujah, I just called a parson, I'm ready to call, just like Humpty Dumpty, I'm ready to fall. I'm sitting on top of the world, just singing a song, just singing along. Just singing a song, just singing along. So my friends, I hope you get something out of that. A little finger style to play with. Add it to your gig bag. Have a great time with it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon. Keep on playing that guitar.